Hey everyone, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Oral Reports. You know, it seems like only yesterday when Princess Sofia's TV show began on the Disney Channel and Disney Junior, and still, I think it's a great show for not only young children, but also for Disney fans. And over the course of the show, Sophia has gone on many exciting adventures, whether being at Royal Prep, Maraway Cove, Dunwoody Village, Tengu, Friesenberg, the Secret Library, Avalor, even the Mystic Isles. Sophia has even made many new friends, like Vivian, Zoe, Lucinda, Carol, Joy, Lonnie, June and Jin, Hugo, and many, many more. And, like a certain pony princess that I have a crush on, she's even redeemed a few villains, like Cedric, Miss Nettle, even Princess Ivy. Plus, the show's animation is absolutely wonderful, and I liked that there were several Disney characters who appeared throughout the show, like the Three Good Fairies, Carpet, Olaf, Merlin, even the Disney princesses. Also, it's hard to believe that this season is Sophia's final season on TV, and today, I'll be looking into Sophia's final TV special, and see if it goes out with a bang. Airing on television on September 8th, 2018, the movie is Sophia the First, Forever Royal. So, let's get started. As Sophia and her siblings, Amber and James, prepare for their graduation from Royal Prep Academy, Sophia is called back to the Mystic Isles to face an evil witch named Vor, who is trying to take over the kingdom of Enchancia. Presented with her biggest challenge yet, Sophia must figure out a way to defeat Vor and save her family and the people of Enchancia. So, what are my thoughts? Well, I gotta say, wowie zowie. Now, this is what you call an epic conclusion to a magical Disney show. Yes, you heard me right. I loved it. But, to further explain why I love this special, let's move on to Mustang notes. Now, there isn't really much trivia to talk about here, except for the fact that this is the first and only special in Sophia's library that does not feature a title card. Plus, the main moral of this movie is about three things. 1. How being true royalty is about being there for others. 2. How love can help you with your greatest challenges. And 3. Never backing down when things get tough. As for the animation, well, like several of the episodes I talked about on my blog show, the animation is flawless. Plus, the animation becomes dark and suspenseful when Vor unleashes her dark magic on Sophia's castle. Also, there are several scenes that I found very memorable in this movie. For example, I like the scene at the beginning of the movie when Sophia's mom, Queen Miranda, takes her daughter to their old shoe shop, and I like the scene where Sophia returns to the Secret Library for the first time since the Mystic Isles special, and while Sophia was reading her story, she meets the first storykeeper, voiced by Hugh Bonneville. Also, I think it was very interesting that Sophia's aunt, Duchess Matilda, voiced by Bonnie Hunt, not only knows about the secret of Sophia's amulet, but she also knows about the Mystic Isles and the Protectors. However, there are a couple things I need to nitpick about, which involve the Wicked Nine. Now, so far in the series, we've seen Sophia rescue 3 of the objects, while Prisma obtained 1. But the main problem is, we never learn where the others were hidden, and in this movie, we've learned that Queen Grimhilda's crown was retrieved from Prisma, somehow, and another thing. The Falcon's Eye and the spinning wheel spindle have been reverted back into Shan Yu's sword and Maleficent's staff. Gee, I haven't ranted that hard since Peter Rabbit. Now let's move on to the songs featured in this movie. Now, the first song in the movie is On Such a Big Day, sung by Princess Sofia and all her family and friends. To me, this song is a nice opening song, and it makes me cry in happiness. Throughout the song, everyone expresses how excited they are to see Sophia, Amber, and James graduate from Royal Prep Academy, and recall how far they have come over the years. Next is the classic Royal Prep song. In the show's pilot, Once Upon a Princess, this song was sung by Princess Aurora's aunts, the 3 good fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather, while giving Sophia a tour around the school. However, in this movie, the Royal Prep song is sung during the graduation ceremony after Sophia and Desmond give their speeches. Speaking of which, during Sophia's speech, I like the part where Sophia acknowledges all of her classmates, including her siblings. Man, Princess Aurora would really be proud of how well her aunts have taught these young princes and princesses. Plus, I'm surprised that Miss Nettle was in the audience, and I really like this movie's version of Pomp and Circumstance while the students walk down the aisle to their seats. Next is the villain song, Get Wicked, sung by the Evil Vor. To me, this song is really twisted, and it feels kind of like Sergeant Fizz's song, The Genie Rules, from the New Genie on the Block episode. Also, during the song, Vor turns Twitch into a dark alicorn. Also, in my opinion, the part where Wormwood joins in makes this song more worth listening to. Next is For One and All, sung by Sophia while she explains to her family why she must face Vor and to encourage her family to join her. In my eyes, despite the dark atmosphere, this song is very emotional. But the best song in my opinion is the final battle song, On Your/My Own, sung while Sophia faces Vor inside the Amulet of Avalor. To me, this song feels like a song that would come from a rock opera, which is really epic in my opinion. Plus, I like the part where Sophia sees all the Disney princesses who helped her throughout the show. And now, let's move on to the characters and their voice actors. Our main heroine, Princess Sophia, is voiced by Ariel Winter, best known from Modern Family, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Bambi 2, Mr. Peabody and Sherman, Speed Racer, and Smurfs The Lost Village. Now, Sophia has come a long way into becoming a princess ever since the show began in 2012. And she's come a long way while becoming a story keeper and becoming an official protector of the Everrealm. Plus, I'm happy that she's made it to number 2 on my top 11 other Disney princesses. I really like the parts where Sophia uses her enchantment to stop Prisma from absorbing the magic from the Wicked Nine, and when she used her Witchway bow to locate her family. Speaking of which, I like the part where Sophia uses Cedric's wand to save them from Vor's mind control spell, and I like the part where Sophia turns into a mermaid and uses her shrinking ability to go from the secret library to her bedchamber. And I like when she transforms into a winged horse and a bird. However, I thought it was very sad when we finally learned what happened to Sophia's biological father. You see, a long time ago, before the show started, Sophia's father was a sailor and died at sea. Next are Sophia's siblings, Princess Amber and Prince James. Amber is voiced by Darcy Rose Bryans, best known from Desperate Housewives and Spirit Riding Free. And James is voiced by Nicholas Cantu, who got to be in Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie. In my opinion, Amber gets the most development in this movie, and I think the sisterhood bond between her and Sophia has really improved. Plus, she does a good job covering for Sophia while she's in the Mystic Isles. And I know Amber will be a great queen for Enchancia someday. As for James, well, as usual, he's a very supportive brother, and I think his knight skills have gotten better since the Tale of the Eternal Torch. Next are Sophia's parents, King Roland II and Queen Miranda. Roland is voiced by Travis Willingham, whom Kingdom Hearts fans will remember as Acid from Kingdom Hearts Key back cover. And Miranda is voiced by Sarah Ramirez. In my opinion, Roland is a kind and caring king, and his backstory about him wishing for a family not only made me think of Sleeping Beauty, but what happened to his biological wife was very heartbreaking. As for Miranda, well, I think she's a very wonderful mom, and she gets some nice encouragement scenes in this movie. And I think the dress she made for Sophia's graduation is very beautiful. Next is Cedric the Sorcerer, voiced by Jess Harnell, best known as Wacko Warner from the Animaniacs. Now, when the series began, Cedric has tried to steal Sophia's amulet many times in order to take over Enchancia. But after the Day of the Sorcerers episode, due to his friendship with Sophia, Cedric has redeemed himself, and I like the scene at the end of the movie where Cedric gathers everyone from the royal family to Sophia's classmates, her animal and village friends, the three good fairies, the protectors of the Mystic Isles, even his parents, Goodwin the Great and Winifred the Wise, to help get Sophia and Prisma out of the amulet. Though, I think Cedric's sister Cordelia and his niece Callista, as well as Tilly's husband Sir Bartleby, would have loved to help. Also, I'm happy that Roland named him Cedric the Great at last. Next is Sophia's trainer, Krista, voiced by Journey Smollett-Bell, best known from Friday Night Lights. In this movie, Krista doesn't get that many scenes due to her and the other protectors getting trapped in the protector's castle by a magical barrier. Still, I think Krista was a great fairy for Sophia to have as a trainer. Next we come to Orion and Vega, voiced by Colin Salmon and Ming-Na Wen. Now, for those who don't remember Orion and Vega, they are the leaders of the Mystic Isles Protectors. In this movie, like Krista, they don't get that many scenes due to them being trapped, but they do manage to warn Sophia about Vor's evil plans and that Sophia should get out of the Isles before the gates close. Next are Sophia's protector steeds, Minimus and Sky. Minimus is voiced by Eric Stonestreet, best known from The Secret Life of Pets. And Sky is voiced by Book of Mormon actor Andrew Reynolds. To me, ever since the Mare of the Mist episode, these two have been great horses for Sophia. And I really like the scene where they watch Sophia graduate. However, in this movie, Minimus sticks out more than Sky does, due to the fact that Sky falls into Vor's trap. Anyway, I like the parts where Minimus helps Sophia get to the secret library, and when he meets her at the harbor. Next is our fugitive, Prisma, voiced by Megan Hilty, whom I saw as Glinda in the Broadway musical Wicked. She also was the singing voice for Snow White in Shrek the Third, Rosetta in 2 of the Tinkerbell movies, and China Princess from Legends of Oz: Dorothy's Return. In this movie, Prisma is not the main villain, due to her being possessed by Vor. But Prisma is still as delightfully entertaining and frightening as ever. But after Sophia defeats Vor, Prisma feels guilty and apologizes for everything she has done. And she accepts being arrested at the end of the movie. Next, we come to our main villain, Vor, voiced by Patty Lombard. Best known from the Missing Persons TV series. Now, when we first saw her in the Falcon's Eye episode, Vor was imprisoned inside a magical locket, where her face made her look like the magic mirror from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Also, remember during my blog of The Great Pretender, when I said, I have a feeling the locket could be using Prisma, kind of like the evil spirit from the Care Bears movie, or the Book of Cartoon from Aladdin the Animated Series. Well, I was absolutely right, because the Wicked Nine objects all contain fragments of her ring, which is the source of her evil magic. And after Vor possesses Prisma, she becomes a physical entity, kind of like what Xehanort's Heartless did to Riku in the first Kingdom Hearts game. Anyway, to me, Vor's corporal form makes her look like a combination of Queen Grimhilda from Snow White and Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. Kind of like Mizrabel in a way. Plus, I think she's even nastier than Princess Ivy was, even nastier than Shariki. Also, she's very powerful with her mind control spells. Plus, not only does she have Twitch and Wormwood on her side, but she also creates crystal guards to support her. Also, after conquering Enchancia, she plans to conquer Neverland next. Still, I think Sophia was very brave to dissolve war once and for all by using the love she feels for her family and friends. Next are Vor's evil sidekicks, Wormwood and Twitch, voiced by veteran voice actors Jim Cummings and Jeff Bennett. Now, ever since the episode Cedric We Trust, Wormwood ditched his old master, Cedric, due to his redemption. And now in this movie, Wormwood seems to be more like Maleficent's raven Diablo from Sleeping Beauty. As for Twitch, well, we all know he's a sneaky strangeling, and mostly throughout this movie, he's in the form of a dark alicorn. But I'm glad at the end of the movie, Cedric traps them both in cages. Next are Sophia's rabbit friend, Clover, and Vivian's pet dragon, Crackle. Clover is voiced by Wayne Brady, and Crackle is voiced by Ellie Kemper. To describe these two, well, as usual, Clover is pretty much everyone's favorite blue ribbon bunny, who's always loyal to Sophia, and Crackle is a hyper dragon who has a crush on Clover. Next are Sophia's bird friends, Mia and Robin, voiced by Ashley Eckstein and Megan Strange. In my opinion, Mia and Robin are sweet characters, and my favorite things that they do in this movie is get James's dog Rex and Sophia's squirrel friend Whatnot for help. And the rest of Sophia's friends in this movie, Lucinda, Vivian, Desmond, Ruby, and Jade, are voiced by Merritt Layton, Sabrina Carpenter, Aidan Schwartz, Diamond White, and Isabella Akers. Lucinda is a young witch who used to do hexes for fun. Vivian used to be a shy princess, and she's a very talented musician. Desmond is a smart but insecure prince who's a skilled magic gardener. And Ruby and Jade have been Sophia's friends since before she became a princess. I really like the scene where they help Sophia hold off Vor and her crystal guards while in the Dunwitty village. And now, let's move on to my final words. Overall, Sophia the First, Forever Royal was a truly epic finale to a wonderful Disney TV show. It has great animation, great characters, an epic story, and wonderful songs. Plus, the movie is intense, emotional, it has a great sense of optimism, and manages to end with a very wonderful message. So, to all the cast and crew who worked on Sophia's show, I just want to say thank you for the wonderful 6 years of bringing happiness and smiles to all the children and Disney fans who watch this beloved children's show. And I know I'll be first in line when this special is released to DVD, I hope. And so, I give Sophia's final movie a full 100%. Well, that's all for today, viewers. Be sure to join me again next time, where I give you a week full of dog movies. Mustang Power.